Hi there, these comments are for H, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. And you completed pronunciation, I think it's lesson number 16. So first of all, you're working on that j. These are called palatal consonants. You have the J as in judge, you have the j as in measure, and you're working on improving your intelligibility with those specific sounds. So let's listen and I'll give you feedback on your first voice recording exercise.
Lesson 16. Voice recording exercise 1.
All right.
1. In 1761, John Adams began to think and write and act against British measures that he believed infringed on colonial liberties.
Okay. And let's try this again one more time. Measures infringed. Infringed. And then liberties. Liberties. British English, you'll say liberties.
2. The ingenuity of the Polynesians' aging population is that they can introduce outsiders to their culture through total immersion.
Okay, not bad.
3. The unusually huge fish caught today does not fit the usual fish caught which has been recorded onto the ledgers.
Ledgers.
4. The beige-dressed man
Let's try that. Beige. The beige-dressed man.
engaged in fragile conversation with the board of regents.
Regents. Regents.
5. The legend is that the general envisioned a visioned military which would execute large, measurable commands when the country was on the verge of war.
Okay, let's read these together. In 1761, John Adams began to think and write and act against British measures that he believed infringed on colonial liberties. The ingenuity of the Polynesians' aging population is that they can introduce outsiders to culture through total immersion. The unusually huge fish caught today does not fit the usual fish caught, which has been recorded onto the ledgers. The beige-dressed man engaged in fragile conversation with the Board of Regents. The legend is that the general envisioned a vision military which would execute large, measurable commands when the country was on the verge of war. Okay, let's go to voice recording exercise number 2.
Lesson 16. Voice recording exercise 2.
Okay.
Depending on the accuracy of the measurements, estimates range from at least 4,000 to 6,000 languages in the world. Either way, this is
Say either. Either way.
quite a large number. Usually, languages vary greatly in size. We go all the way from English and Spanish with hundreds of millions of speakers around the world, even more if we count all those who use one of these languages as a second language, down
Regularly as a second
to
language.
small languages spoken by a few thousand or a few hundred people. Many go down lower than this. Some languages are spoken natively by only a couple dozen or so people. Verging on extinction.
Verging. Pronounce that V with a little more vibration. Verging on extinction.
Languages like this may go down to a single speaker.
Remember, this word, it's not this, but this. Languages like this, so be careful of that E, I. I. Okay, let's do this one together. One more time. You ready? Depending on the accuracy of the measurements, estimates range from at least 4,000 to 6,000 languages in the world. Either way, this is still quite a large number. Usually, languages vary greatly in size. We go all the way from English and Spanish, with hundreds of millions of speakers around the world, even more if we count all those who use one of these regularly as a second language, down to small languages spoken by a few thousand or a few hundred people. Many go down lower than this. Some languages are spoken natively by only a couple dozen or so people. Verging on extinction, languages like this may go down to a single speaker. Alright, this one, I want you to do one more exercise here. If you go to the beginning of the video, I just want to double check one more time. I want you to put these pairs of words together here, beginning with number 1, major, measure. I want you to go ahead and do that and then send that to me. I want to see how you can do these words, focusing on the J and then the J, focusing on those sounds in isolation. Now, if you want, you can do this within the next lesson. If you want to go on, I don't know if it's lesson 17 or 18, whichever one I recommended. You can also send this as part of that. And keep up the good work. You're doing a great job. You seem very motivated. You're sending me things a lot, which I think is good. So hang in there and work hard.